Welcome back to the Nerdrotic channel. My name is Gary Beekler. I come to you from nerdrotic.com, and I am live in San Francisco, California, and we are here to do a retro review of Venture Brothers Season 1, and we have a very special guest. Now we have the regular guy, Dennis Bathalkas, down in San Diego. What's up, Dennis?
Oh, thanks a lot. Yeah, that's just the regular guy there. Yeah,
It's just the regular guy.
How it is.
Take him for granted,
Yeah.
And we also have a very, very special guest, a Viking bitch.
Hello.
How's it going?
Oh, I love Venture Brothers. It was so much fun to rewatch it.
Yeah, it made for a very good day. I took in like half the season today, while I was running around and stuff, and just man, in the gym I was laughing my ass off, and people were staring, and I didn't care. So I was watching Home and Security on that one, and then I jumped ahead to the Ghost of Saragossa with Major Tom, and oh man, it really. Oh, and also the problem episode, and we had talked about it during season 7, guys, but like the callbacks on this show are nuts.
Yeah,
it's like
really fucking nuts. I was watching that one too, and I was just like, holy crap, because I'm like, just going through it, and I'm like, they really, really went into attention to detail on this.
They do. And they must rewatch their own stuff and like take notes and hey, we gotta do this, we gotta do that.
Yeah,
smart people.
Yeah.
Definitely. The way they formatted their shows, because it was just kind of random at first, there's so many open ends that they could just do whatever they want, and but it almost seems like they planned like 7 seasons, and I'm sure they did. I'm sure there's good writing does that, J.J. Abrams, but yeah.
I don't know if they've I know that they had thought it out. They said they'd been working on it for years while they were doing The Tick. That's when they showed up, and they were kind of talking about it. And I've heard this, multiple times over different panels and stuff like that they've gone through. And I know they've written down quite a few things and how they were going to map things out. And so they have a lot of material. And if you've gotten the book, and I know that Viking Bitch has gone through that book.
Oh, yes.
Quite a bit. Yeah.
Quite a bit. You've gone through it. I haven't had a chance to. It has pretty much everything there, right? Like mapped out. Correct? Yeah. They really planned everything far in advance. And they Jackson Public was the one who came up with the whole concept, and then Doc Hammer came in later. And I did listen to a couple of the commentaries on season 1 as well, and they talk about how they first met and fell in love. It's such a sweet story.
Cute.
Kind of reminds me of you two.
When we fell in love, disagreeing. Like, I completely disagree with you.
Fuck you.
My life.
Eat shit and die.
Eat shit and die, motherfucker. First, we have to acknowledge a couple of super chats from Movie Fanobi, a $4.99 super chat that says, Gary, Dennis, Viking Bitch, a trio of humor, smarts, testes, and boobs. Love you guys and gals.
My boobs, my eyes are up here, man.
Yeah.
My eyes are up here.
Fanobi. And you're assuming we have testes. We could be testi. You never know. Could have had an accident or something like that. Don't assume my testicles, Movie Fanobi. Be yourselves, or be Brock, or a Dr. Sculpted Leather Girlfriend. Yes. And another super chat. Yeah, you're the funny guy, Movie Fanobi. Break a leg or an ovary. Sculpted Leather Girlfriend. There.
And we've gotten 2 more in. Another one from Movie Fanobi for $1.99. Dennis, there's a caterpillar on your face. Yeah.
Yeah, it's encircled his mouth. It's yeah. And CC, go ahead, Dennis.
Yeah, CC for $5. Your Venture Brother videos are the reason I became a patron. Thanks for reviewing one of my favorite shows. Hey, it's one of our favorite shows too, so thank you for watching.
Yeah, CC,
and for the $5,
and for the $5, and for your patronage.
Yes.
CC is a new patron, so we welcome and thank you. We really appreciate it, you guys. It helps a lot, and this is fun. This is the great thing about having this channel and not having to rely. It's not like none of us make our living here from this, so we can do fun shit whenever we want, and that's what we're doing. This is not even a guilty. This is no guilt. This is just a pleasure, a straight up pleasure to talk about one of the best shows on TV still. And it was weird. We could start out like, okay, so I went back and I watched the pilot episode, which is that considered part of season 1, or was it just a pilot? Okay.
No, it's on my season 1 disc because I actually saw it there. Yeah.
Because I was looking at I believe you on that one. It's just I went to Google and they don't even mention it. They call season 1, episode 1, Dios de los Dangerous. And I'm like, wait a minute, we're missing an episode. So maybe it's just episode 0, maybe.
Yeah.
Not that it matters.
There is an episode 0, the pilot, The Terrible Secret of Turtle Bay. If you take a look at the link that I sent you over there, it's at the very top. It says special episodes. So there are 2 special episodes in season 1. It's the pilot, The Terrible Secret of Turtle Bay, and that premiered in 2003. And then they got picked up by Adult Swim, and that's when they went into season 1, proper, and had 13 episodes that they did in August of 2004. So it was almost a full year. It was actually a year and a half that it took them to get season 1 out there after the pilot.
I was watching on my DVDs as well, and I didn't check on Hulu. Is the Christmas special on Hulu, or is that disc only?
It's disc only. Yeah, they didn't have it on there. From what I saw on Hulu, it just had the 13 episodes. Is what it showed.
There's 14.
14, excuse me, 14. Yeah, they had The Terrible Secret of Turtle Bay. That's right. Yeah. But they didn't have A Very Venture Christmas, which is the best Christmas.
It totally is. Krampus humping Back Adventure. Yeah. Oh my god, that laughed so hard.
Oh my god.
And Orpheus just like losing his shit over the Krampus. Yeah. What have you boys done?
There's a certain show out there which we won't even name right now because we're talking about Venture Brothers that has canceled its Christmas specials because it's run out of ideas. Do you think that would ever happen to the Venture Brothers? Run out of ideas for anything? I mean,
did they ever do a Krampus Christmas episode? No, they haven't. Oh,
no. Well,
there's a whole there's a whole country that actually celebrates the Krampus. They actually have 2 weeks out of the year that they do this thing where people dress up as them and run around the countryside in snow and shit like that, dressed as the Krampus, terrorizing children and adults alike. Yes,
exactly.
It's over in Europe. Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing I want to bring up is the fact if you go to it's one of your favorite episodes, and honestly one of mine too. It's the famous Mr. Brisby.
Yes, the Mr. It's actually called, and I need to go to it over here. The Incredible Mr. Brisby.
The Incredible Mr. Brisby. Excuse me. That episode, that's the other one I was watching in the gym, has the Orange County Liberation Front. Okay, which I'm so cosplaying at Comic-Con because it predicted the Fandom Menace. If you don't know what the Fandom Menace is, it's kind of that group of people who are kind of complaining about Star Wars, rightly so. So they've kind of loosely affiliation, but not affiliated with anybody in Florida because they're a little weird down there. But I just love what they're talking about Disney. It's like, when is it going to stop? They've taken over everything. Times Square has fallen.
Yeah,
they've invaded France. Where does it stop? And I think that's before the Fandom Menace. We had the Orange County Liberation Front. That's who I affiliate myself with, if anything.
Yeah, because those Florida people are just too weird.
Too fucking weird. Especially if they're farm girls. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And yes, Sear Dark. Yes, you're only allowed to say Roy Brisby through tightly clenched teeth.
I'm sorry. Roy Brisby. You need to learn about the cloning technology.
It's a lot harder than it looks. And you got to keep sucking in your sweat. So you spit there.
Would you like some panda milk?
Yeah, no. Would you like some warm panda milk?
Oh my god. The episode, the first one, what was the first Venture Brothers episode you guys ever seen? Like,
it was the Turtle Bay one. Yeah, okay. I actually saw the pilot because I used to watch Adult Swim a lot. I used to be up at that hour. So.
Oh, I remember you talking about it all the time. It's you were one of the people who was telling me to watch the show. I remember you were, if not the first, you were one of the first who I don't know. It just had like over the course of a week, and it was right when season 1. It wasn't wasn't the pilot, but it was. You might have been the first person telling me, but all of a sudden it was just 1 week. A bunch of people came in the comic shop and like, dude, you got to watch the Venture Brothers special. I'm like, what the fuck is the Venture Brothers? What, and then, and at first I'm like, what the hell am I watching? Fuck Johnny Quest. And then I got it. So the first one I saw was the Tijuana episode. So Dios Dangerous.
Yeah.
And Dr. Venture loses both of his kidneys. And Brock, he thinks Brock is dead.
Yeah,
we got these cool hats. They're tits. God damn, that was such a funny episode.
Yeah.
And then the class clears out because he was teaching what he was doing a lecture there, and then they find out they're in the wrong classroom. They were there learning English. They all leave. It's very sad.
Oh, that's a good one too. The Brisby though one when, geez, Dad, you're on the rag. That's physically impossible. And by the way, where have you learned that language from? What men's room did you learn it from? And they point to Brock, and he's up at the ashtray by the, in the animal reserves, and he kind of shrugs like, as he's emptying out the ashtray for the X1.
For me, the moment I was hooked was the Tijuana episode where Brock is at the poker table and he pulls down his underwear, and that guy in the background starts applauding.
Yeah.
He beats the shit out of everybody, and he just needed a part for his car, and they're like, you could have the part, no charge. And then he take me with you, please take me with sorry, here's a shirt, kid. Oh my god. And I love season 1 is like so not if you guys go back, I'm sure many of you have seen it, but if you go back and watch it and think it to today's standards, I'm surprised Hulu even shows it. It's so great how un-PC this show is.
It's very un-PC, especially with the ninja who is Japanese. And he can't pronounce R's at all.
No.
And it's just really, really bad. And then also he's how should we say, he's addicted to technology. The only way he can actually achieve an erection and get off is through being around technology. So that's the reason why he's stalking Dr. Venture.
What did they call it? It was a techno fetish or something.
Techno fetish.
Techno fetish, yes. He's that guy won't do it. Yes, and again, so ahead of its time. I have to bring her up. We were just talking about her in the very long pre-production meeting. In this current year, we have a lot of sex swapping superheroes. Where with the Doctor Who's a girl now. Thor has been a girl, and it's just become kind of a thing. So I want to show how basically Venture Brothers was way ahead of the game on all of that, and we have Girl Hitler. She died too soon. But Girl Hitler will be missed.
What happens when you use Tiger Bomb? Oh, wait a minute. Tiger Bomb. Okay, I get it now.
Oh, he gave us the Tiger Bomb because he wants us to rub away the annoyances. The Tiger Bomb. Oh, I see. Girl Hitler. Gone too soon. We'll miss you, Girl Hitler.
And thank you, Movie Finowie, for the $1.99 for clapping for the eggplant.
God damn it, it sucks. I can't laugh too much. It freaking hurts right now because my back is kind of screwed up. So every time I start laughing, I'm like, so yeah, if you see me keel over, don't. Yeah, it's all right. I'm really not. Well, maybe I am laughing that hard, but oh my god. So okay.
And also, I know I keep going back to the incredible Mr. Brisby, but that's the first episode where we get Molotov cock tease as well.
Oh, yes.
Her possible costume.
Yes, exactly. That is actually, I think, where it really drew me in. I mean, I was loving the series already, but when they show them in the hotel room having angry foreplay and just busting the shit out of the hotel room. And he's got her clothes off and she goes, I can only go to second base. And he goes, still? The Cold War is over.
It's always cold in Siberia. No, the best part is when they're fighting and then she's, they're right up face to face and all of a sudden her foot just pops up and kicks him in the fucking chin, like impossibly.
Exactly. and then he stands up and the obvious erection at the towel. I gotta go take care of something.
That makes me laugh every single time.
Yeah, every single time, I know.
He smashes her head into a toilet. I mean, their fight is brutal.
It's brutal, yeah. You killed exactly, Sir Dark. You killed my father. You killed my partner. You took my eye. After you took my heart.
Oh my God. Okay. So that was your first episode. What is your favorite episode of season 1? And we'll go with Viking Bitch.
Oh, my favorite. I have many favorites. I can't pick just one. I love Tag Sale You're It, where you get introduced to all these different villains. And the Monarch is in that porta potty. He's talking to Dr. Girlfriend through the door, and Phantom Limb walks up.
Oh my God. Just the Monarch's first speech, which he dies in the pilot. Well, we assume he dies because Brock's about to push his eyes in, a la Roy Batty.
No, we see him at the very end of the credits. You see him at the very end of the credits in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I love his opening speech. I can't remember all of it, but it's basically my war against everything. My loyal henchmen will go. And then I love how we start out in season 1 and the Monarch has like a fucking army of henchmen. And, we get to season 7. He's got Gary.
Yeah. Because he just keeps sending them out to slaughter. I mean, that's really what it is. And I love actually when he's sending the meteor to the compound filled with the henchmen, the Trojan horse, if you will. And he goes, just like my deadly name implies, the Monarch. And the one henchman's like, Monarch butterflies are actually not deadly at all. And close the hatch.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. I'm trying to read some of the chat here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got you already mentioned Movie Fenobi's other super chat. So thank you, Movie Fenobi, and hello, Pen Farm Girl, Tarka Jedi, Sire Dark, Carrie Dalton, Tim F. How is everybody doing? Of course, Movie Fenobi, Mike Cedar, Philippi Diaz, Tyon Ranger, Joe. I knew you'd be here, Joe. Thanks for being here. Joe is quite the Venture Brothers fan. So is Cece and CD Horde. Mary Ashmead. Hello, Mary Ashmead. Citizen Cinema. What's up? How's it going? Welcome, everybody.
Hey, so what was your favorite episode, Gary?
My favorite episode. Oh, it's like picking a favorite kid, but it is possible. Believe me, it depends on the day. I will say that my favorite episode was probably Return to Spider Skull Island. Because of them being dressed up in Rocky Horror regalia at the end of that, or the beginning of that one, and then being in the hospital and everybody poisoned, and that's it's not the funniest, but like just them being in the Rocky Horror gear is fucking and freaking Dean being Columbia. It was hilarious. And it's like no big deal. And Helper was magenta. And then at the end when Dr. Orpheus walks in and there's Jonas Jr. is in his underwear and Brock is in just still dressed as Rocky. He's all, so what do you, oh my. But I'd say my second favorite is Home Insecurity, just the one with the first Baron Underbite one with Girl Hitler and stuff. That one just cracked me up. But they're all fucking great.
Yeah. See, I have to go. Okay, so I really love the Incredible Mr. Brisby, but I would have to say my favorite's a toss up on the first season between Are You There, God? It's Me, Dean. And A Very Venture Christmas. It's a toss. I mean, they're very, very close. And again, yes, it's because of the testicular torsion thing. It just fucking made me laugh. And when I looked it up and I saw that it was real, and that was the attention of detail they went into, I was like, holy shit. Okay, this is season, this whole thing is a keeper. The show.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you pointed that out in season 7 in the finale when they did that whole test. The guild did the test, and it was based on an actual, not a legend, actual historic events of what was it?
Yeah, the fall of the Roman Empire. Yeah,
yeah, and the first arching, that kind of going into that, it shows. It absolutely shows. That's why, and you kind of have to do that now with TV. You can't just half-ass TV anymore.
And it shows that they love what they're doing. They love it so much that, and they're so filled with this esoteric, both of them, that because they're really smart guys. I mean, they're very smart guys.
Yes.
And to throw that kind of stuff in, that they talk to each other all the time about this stuff. It's what they live for, all these minutia of stuff. And to weave it into a story that's basically a spoof of Johnny Quest is really what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of, I'm a little bit obsessed with like how these guys stayed together creatively this long, and they're still friends. They're still putting out stuff that's as good, if not better, than when they started over that amount of time in Hollywood, when they could have, they're good enough to have gotten, I'm sure they turned down tons of gigs.
Oh yeah.
So what's the story? They must be just like happy where they are, like this is great. Why fuck this up? Or, I mean, I don't know. But I'm really curious about that, because that's a cool story, I think, anyway.
I want to say thank you to Joe, who has an awesome avatar, which is the guild, logo there. And Joe, thank you for the $5. Now I'm going to show you what it all feels like to be a victim of supervillainy. Give me your shoes.
Give me your shoes. Fucking Joe.
So you still want to be a supervillain? Well, yeah, you have my wallet.
Yep. Oh yes. Oh yes. That's the scene I was watching right before we jumped on too. I was trying to like take in as much as I could. We haven't seen Underbite in a while. Now have we? I wonder what would happen if he found out the Monarch was responsible for the lab accident, says Tekkaman Blade.
Yeah.
I thought he knew. I thought he was kind of hinting. Wasn't that why he was arching Dr. Venture? Is he thought he was supposed to be his lab partner?
Yeah,
so
he had blamed him for it. Yeah.
That's why he was arching him, right?
Yeah, but we're still not sure how that actually happened.
Well, I mean, he just said that it was the Monarch who did it, and not. Yeah, so that's interesting. Yeah, what did he call him? What did the Monarch call him? Something Dr. Doom, a dime store Dr. Doom, or something like that.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Mike Cedar. Yeah, the Christmas special is not on Hulu. Sorry, it's only on the DVDs, if I remember correctly.
I gotta agree with you on the Christmas special. If we're counting that as part of season 1. Yeah,
it's only 15 minutes long. It's not actually the full half hour like the regular episodes. So it's very, very short. I think it might be on YouTube someplace as well.
So yeah, and there's so I think it's really important to go back and watch season 1. And this is where callbacks help. Sometimes they're annoying in TV shows, but this one really helps. And it is good to go back to season 1, and you can get there's a whole episode with the problem, and they talk about the movie night, and what was it? Oh God, I'm forgetting his name now. Manstrong was there, and what was I'm terrible with names. What
Anna?
Was Anna? Right? Oh my God, the whole scene where the ship is coming in to dock, and she's all put it in slowly. That's it. It's a really tight fit in here. It's okay. That's it. You're doing great. Oh,
it was like they were made for each other. And Dr. Fincher's like, yeah, they were by the same man. They were both made by the same man.
Guys, hang on a minute. I got to fish something up here.
And I love
Phantom Spaceman.
Yeah, and Hank and Dean catching Brock and Anna in his quarters. He's got him now. He's got him on his knees. that's it, Brock, go. Oh yeah, that's.
So do you think he's still the one who might have killed Dr. Venture?
Yeah, because the crazed look that he got in his eyes, I still think he did it by accident. Because remember, Doc opened up the cargo bay doors by accident. I don't think Manstrong was supposed to be up in the control room. And he was there as a kid. Remember, being in a spot you're not supposed to be in, where the tape was, so he could actually watch the movie. And he might have leaned back and opened up the cargo bay doors by accident.
Okay. Because now, after watching that, I mean, it's really obvious, but I'm leaning towards maybe it was Rusty. It was Thaddeus with one of his toys, because that was the whole problem again with it. And yeah, the fact that the light went on again at the end of the episode, and then they did that in season 7 just blows my mind was blown. I was like, oh god damn, that is good.
Well, yeah, I can tell they just went back and they're like, well, what can we use with this? Oh yeah, his dad's head's in there.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck.
Freaking poor Helper. And I forgot how much shit Helper went through in season 1.
Yeah.
Like thinking he got replaced by the other robot and getting thrown he crashes down to Earth. They never brought him back from Gargantuan 1. He actually had to crash down to Earth. Yeah.
Well, I love also in the Chrysalis, where he's being Doc Venture's hands, and we see that there's actually attachments he's got. So he's got legs that can come out, and he can open up the little trap door underneath them, which is the chair attachment, and crap stuff out of his body. And he also has hand attachments too, because Doc says, hey, I gave you some hand attachments to use the shotgun and kill me.
Shit. And then Delos Dangerous. He got souped up a little bit. He got painted. Every time he put him, he's going Gardo. He was a dialysis machine, and then Gardo. Yeah, Gardo is hilarious.
Yeah, there's just nothing that Helper can't do.
I forgot, what did Gardo stand for again? Hang on. I gotta find out what episode that was.
I can't remember. Target Jedi says engineers equal 37. I don't know what that means, but yeah. Excuse me. Oh, it's a scientist from the scientists versus engineers. That's what it was.
There you go.
They were talking. And Tekaman Bald says Manstrong probably caused the massacre in the first place. Yeah, his whole story about a crazed crew member inviting everyone down to watch Sharky's machine, when it was actually a movie night that Doc Venture was putting together.
Yep.
So it wasn't a crazed crew member.
Well, they made it sound like that at first, but you're right. Okay, so I still am. I'm looking for what Gardo stands for. And I don't see it.
Sir Dark says, where I come from, a lab partnership is a sacred trust.
Yes.
So did you guys notice that Michael Soriano, who is Japanese, has a very distinct Minnesota accent?
Yes. He's supposed to have a Minnesota accent. I know. And I thought that was pretty funny, actually.
Yes.
Minnesota, don't you know?
Oh, yeah.
That's your friend in the wood chipper. Yeah.
More common than you would think.
Yeah, and well, they play with the voices quite a bit on Venture Brothers. I mean, especially with Dr. Girlfriend, starting off the first pilot episode with the Dr. Girlfriend, launch the close the hatch. Closing the hatch. It's the first time
you close the hatch. I'm not doing anything for you. Oh, honey. Like the reason he went down to Tijuana in the first place, the Monarch, was to reconnect with his family. Oh, honey. Monarch butterflies only live 9 months. What? We get the whole backstory of the Monarch, raised by fucking butterflies after his parents died in a crash. And yeah, they left that one open too, and then we got we got more of that in season 7.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of things. There's connecting dots right there. Tarka Jedi says, to me, touch footy is a religion here. Okay. Oh, touch football. Touch football. There we go. I was trying to figure out what that meant. Sorry, yeah, I'm not the big football type.
No. Oh, Dennis loves the sports ball. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Hopefully you hit that good home run before you sunk that basket.
Yeah.
One of the best things about going back to season 1 is seeing Dr. Orpheus. He's my favorite character. He's so dramatic.
Yeah.
He has some of the best lines.
And I couldn't believe that both Pete White and Billy Quizboy were both in the first episode.
And their voices, well, Billy Quizboy's voice is different, but yeah, like Dr. Orpheus when we first meet his daughter, and what I'm not gonna get this right, yeah, and then he's got to watch the kids again. He ends up watching the kids like all the time. He's all, who wants pizza rolls?
Yes.
Then he traps 2 rednecks in a little totem. That guy's got long hair. Hey boys. One more word out of you, that will unleash hell. I don't know what he said. It was just because Doctor Strange is such a ridiculous character. Anyway, I love Doctor Strange, by the way, and this is how you parody something with love.
Yes.
And later on, also when they finally do bring Johnny in, oh my god, and having him be an addict, and he's pretty much sitting around in his underwear most of the time.
Yep. Oh, it's dark. It's like when the 2 henchmen were getting together, waiting outside while Underbite and Monarch were kind of working shit out, and they just said, "I got beer here," and then they start telling their stories how they become henchmen. I was on crack cocaine. Then the mob came. It gave me a better life. Tell me life around. Tell me your story.
They kidnapped me when I was 15.
Yeah. Yeah, and they got into even Gary's because that was a little bit that we got, was just that he was kidnapped at 15 and became a henchman ever since. And then they went back in season 7 and kind of embellished on it a little bit more and said, they actually kidnapped him as a mistaken identity.
He even mentions at the end of season 1, right before they spoilers, kill the Venture Brothers for like the first of many times, or maybe not the first time. He's on, I'm thinking of growing a ponytail.
Yeah.
Like just a little one-off comment right there. So yeah. God damn, they're good. Cece mentions that I think one of the reasons Venture Brothers is still so good is because they never sold out.
Yeah.
They don't really pander to anyone. And yes. And yeah, maybe that's where we are. It makes something pop in my mind here because sometimes I'm a little slow. TV is a lot like the music industry of old. TV never used to be taken that seriously. It was just kind of like, sometimes there would be a good show. Mostly TV throughout our lives was very popcorn throwaway, disposable. It's just there to kind of blandly entertain us. And TV has gotten a lot more sophisticated. Well, music used to be very sophisticated. There used to be concept albums, and now music has just turned into the bubblegum disposable crap now. And that's when we'd lose a band when they sold out, man. Like when punk rock bands would if punk rock band even took money for a record, they were considered sellouts. You basically had to do everything for free and steal everything, or you weren't punk rock anymore. And that's kind of what's happened with our properties that, although they were still owned by big companies like Marvel Comics, and, they're all being gobbled up by these huge companies, and they're selling out. It's getting bland. It's terrible. That's kind of what sucks. That's why we got to hold on to something like the Venture Brothers and maybe hope it never gets that popular. Sorry, Jackson Public, Doc Hammer, but we want you like right where you are. And it seems like they're happy. I think
they're happy, and they're making money, which is good. They're making enough money that they can afford their lifestyle, which is good. Excuse me.
Owning the right. Adult Swim distributes it, but I think they own the rights to all these characters and everything. And they've never done as much as I would love a Venture Brothers comic book, but they've never done that. which was kind of a surprise. Yeah, I looked. I haven't seen any venture. They maybe have done, if they've done one, and guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but I went and looked, and maybe they've done a couple here and there, but I haven't seen any. I can even check right now because I would own them. I mean,
that'd be kind of cool if they did.
I could have missed it though. I mean, yeah, I think it'd be perfect.
It's off. It's on. It's off. It's on. It's off. It's on. That's called blinking, boys.
Blinking, boys.
I do love that.
Doc Venture's got a lot of good dialogue in this first season too.
He does. Excuse me. And also, what's underrated too is the music in this. G.J. Thirlwell has been throughout all 7 seasons, and they've released the soundtracks to these, and they're beautiful soundtracks. As a matter of fact, I didn't realize, again, it reminded me. I knew about it, then I forgot about it, then I'm watching the disc again, and when you go to the menu, they're actually playing his music just kind of over the credits there, and it's really cool. And I was like, I could listen to this,
Oh yeah, they're great. It's the only soundtrack that I've heard that's even close is I mean they sound like the old like 60s soundtracks of movies, but it's more full is The Incredibles. The Incredibles, the first movie soundtrack.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of swinging 60s whatever music.
The action-y kind of music that, whenever I think of it, I think of Dean Martin. I don't know why. Yeah.
Hey kids.
Hey, little swing cats.
Hey, swing cats. Hey, freaky deaky, what's over there? Yeah, goddamn. I'm looking. Yeah, I've just looked on eBay, and there's nothing. That sucks. But there's that book that we gave to Viking bitch, and
I'd reach for mine, but it's
you could see mine. It's in my case right there, and I still need to look for it. It's God, I think it's under $40 on Amazon. It is worth every penny.
Oh yeah.
It weighs about 25 pounds, it is huge.
Yeah.
And how quick were they gone at Comic-Con, Dennis?
We grabbed the last 3
on the first day of Con. Well, it was the second because of preview night, but
yeah, it was kind of funny because we grabbed 2, and I'm like, you know what? Let's grab the last one since it's right there. It was sitting up on top of the shelf, like as a display.
Yep.
And I'm like, let's just grab the last one, and we can do it as a giveaway or whatever. And I grabbed it, and then these 2 guys walked up, and they're like, "Oh."
Yep. And we were looked at him like,
Yeah.
Dennis, you broke their heart.
I do it all the time.
Dennis is a heartbreaker. He is. Right now, I'm looking at on Amazon Prime. If you're a Prime member, it's $27.19. That would be a perfect gift.
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah. So there you go.
It's a great coffee table book. It's got plenty of pictures and a good story to it too.
It's got pictures. I like
it's got lots of pictures.
Lots of pictures.
I like pictures.
Tarka Jedi, what's a bus wanker?
Well, it's when you're riding a bus and a bus wanker or a wanker beside the bus. He's speaking Australian. I don't understand that. I don't understand Australian.
Oh shit! I'll be back in a minute.
He's a bus wanker.
Oh
my God.
I killed Dennis. I'm so sorry.
I didn't know he could get any more red. Look at how red that is.
Oh, fuck me. That was, I was trying to swallow water just when you said that. I was just like,
oh my God, that hurts. Let's get to the chat here. By the way, thanks everybody for joining us. I know you have a lot of people to choose from, and we thank you for choosing us.
Bus wanker.
MPM 1125. Where's Cecil? Cecil has never been on our channel. He's welcome to come on if he likes.
Oh man, that was pretty funny.
It's kind of self-explaining, says Mako. We got that. Yeah. How's it going, Mako? It's a guy who wanks on a bus, basically. Well, we have a lot of those here in San Francisco.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot.
Oh, you mean? Oh, I thought you meant the chat. It was terrible.
Oh, I mean, yeah. We might have some in the chat. Hey, we don't judge. I mean, just, make sure you don't put anybody's eye out with that and you'll be fine. That's right. And then man, I could do a whole podcast of stories of weird shit I've seen in San Francisco. Dennis and I could do a 3-hour one easy of weird shit we've seen in San Francisco just walking down the street. Normal day.
Let's see. I actually have a picture of I'm just gonna say it's a fat guy in his underwear in the rain with Live 105 written on his chest and his back dancing.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. And this was at the train station. This is at the Cal train station.
That's really creative advertising on Live 105's part. There you go. Stephanie Littlepage says, Nerdrotic Channel. Hi, Gary. It's Captain April's wife. He's just ducked into Walmart for me. He should be back in a bit. Well, isn't that nice? And you guys are lucky to have a Walmart. All you people who complain about Walmart, I wish we had a Walmart. I do. Yeah,
yours is out in Mountain View.
Yeah.
That's a drive.
Long drive.
Yeah,
that's where Mrs. Nerdrotic is right now, doing the editor-in-chief of Vanity Fair's hair right now. It's been a star-studded weekend for Mrs. Nerdrotic.
Yeah. She did the B-52s.
B-52s. She was hanging out with Jane Weedland. Go-Go's.
Really?
Yes. Who lives here now. She used to live in San Diego, but she lives up here now, and I guess the makeup artist lived with her, whatever. She had the best time, so that's great.
Very cool.
So proud of her.
Yeah, I love Jane Weedland. She's awesome.
She is awesome.
And she was also in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure as Joan of Arc, so
yes.
Which is awesome.
She sang a great song with Sparks called Cool Places.
Yeah. Tuckerman Bald says we had a furry versus Klingons bowling championship down here in Georgia a while back. You can see pics on Google.
That is awesome. That is brilliant. I hope the Klingons kick their ass. Yeah. Oh, and another thing on Jane Weidland, she's a dominatrix.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Huh? Yeah, she did a comic of a superhero dominatrix.
That's never been done before, but
no,
I know. It's Jane Weedland though.
It's totally cool.
Yeah. Mike Cedar says, "Do the bus wankers creepily yell at the driver to go faster?"
That's funny. They were saying something, but it's usually kind of, I don't mean to sound super insensitive, folks, but it's kind of homeless. It's a thing called wet brain. When people drink too much, you get a thing called wet brain. So they not driving, I'm dead. I'm dead. Yeah, it's a lot of that, but it's actually kind of sad, really. Red Death for Sovereign says, not the chosen one. I get that. That's good. I like that. The chosen one.
The chosen one. Yeah.
Well, Red Death is very charming, but I don't know if you want him in charge of everything.
No.
Yeah. It was kind of funny. Anna in the first, in the Gargantua 1 episode there, Careers in Science, I almost wanted to say that she was related to Red Death because we never do see her face. But then I saw the side and you see that she actually has skin. And I was like, no, she's still got the skin. But,
speaking of skin, that puppy, was that the first episode with the dog without any skin?
Scamp.
Yeah. And if you notice, all their dogs are named Scamp, because even Rusty's little dog that disappeared. Remember when it was named Scamp? Yes.
That's a good catch there, bud. Right on.
Yeah. I didn't even realize it until I was watching the episode. I'm like, Scamp, isn't that? That was what they called his dog. And because he had Scamp 1 and Scamp 2.
Poor Scamp. You like pretty girls, Dean?
Do you like gladiator movies?
Do you like gladiator movies? Like it when Rex rubs up and down your leg.
I like it when Scamp runs up and down your leg. And
ever been to a Turkish prison?
Thanks, Joe, for the $2. I call timeout. My no hurt.
My no hurt. I wee when I get the tickles. Bus wankers broke tennis.
Hey, Movie Fanobi, it happens to the best of us. I was drinking water and I wasn't expecting to hear bus wankers, okay? It just happens sometimes.
Yeah.
You never expect a bus wanker.
Yeah, you never see. You can never see it coming. No pun intended.
Leave with the bus wanker. There you go.
Yeah. Is bus wanking the new butt chugging? Nope. Those are two different things. Hopefully they're not related.
Can you do both at the same time?
Yeah, I think you can. You have to have help, though.
Shit right there, though. Sorry.
No, I caught myself on that one. You started talking. I'm like, nope, not going to swallow this one just as of yet. Okay, now I can do it.
There's an urgent message for the Pentagon. What is it? It's the 5-sided building with a bunch of generals, but that's not important right now. The hospital, what is it? It's a big building with a bunch of patients, but that's not important right now. Surely you can't be serious. I am serious.
Don't call me Shirley.
Oh, no. Hardest I've ever laughed in my life was when she's blowing back up Otto. And he's just blowing back.
And you see his back like raising up and down. Yeah. Believe it or not, mine was at, remember the old Red Star Theater Red Star Theater down on Clement Street?
Yep.
So they were showing like a kung fu marathon of like the old Shaw Brothers movies. And for some reason, I'm with my buddy Lem. We're in the theater and there's a guy dressed in a obviously fake tiger suit in the film. He comes out and is scaring people. And for some reason, it was so fucking ridiculous. I couldn't stop laughing. I literally could not physically stop laughing. I had to leave the theater because it was like 3 minutes of laughing.
And you get the Uber giggles. Yes.
Yeah. It was that bad. It's only happened.
Laughing gas.
Yeah. It's only happened one other time, and that was in a church. Yeah.
I burst into flames when I go into a church and Dennis starts to laugh. So
yeah, I think that was pretty much what it was. And it was during a this was during a confession with the priest. So it's just me. I think I was 12 years old. So it was just me, my mom, my dad, and the priest. And the way they do it in like an Orthodox church. Yeah. Exactly. And so the way they do it is you're basically face to face with the priest and all that stuff, and you do your confession and all that kind of crap. Yeah. Yeah, I know. And I got the giggles and could not stop.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Hey, last time I was in a church, I broke into it and had my last drink of alcohol. Wasn't the last time I had drugs, but it was my last drink of I drank a Foster's Golden Lager. There you go, Tarka Jedi. That's fine Australian import or fake Australian beer. And I was in a church. And I guess it worked. I guess church worked on me, at least for alcohol.
You see like the light streaming through the windows and all that stuff, and they hit you. The band.
We're on a mission from God.
Don't you blaspheme in here.
What's up, Mr. Roboto? Second Man Blade. This has been fun, guys. This has been fun.
Yeah.
I go a little while longer, or are we good?
Yeah, we can go a little while longer. Sure, why not?
Let's go a few more minutes. What the hell?
Yeah. Dude, there's so much good stuff though in this season. And so many characters that they bring in too. I think they pretty much bring in everybody, right? Because they bring in Jonas Jr. by the end of the season. Mm-hmm. They brought in Pete White and Billy Quizboy and Mr. Impossible. The only people they didn't bring in was Mr. Impossible's family, because that wasn't until the second season.
Sally and
she's there.
Because Sally's the one that gives Doc the sample, and
that's right. Okay, so they did bring
Cody
him in.
is on fire, and yeah.
Wasn't Stephen Colbert the voice of Mr. Impossible for a little while?
Yeah,
not the pilot, but
no, the first couple episodes that he was in, he was the voice of it. So what happened with him is they kept trying to get him back. They kept calling his agent, calling him, and leaving messages, and no one returned their calls. He basically ghosted them, is what he did.
Hmm.
Yeah. And so they ended up getting Bill Hader, I believe, is who voiced him is voicing him now.
Okay.
And that's why I'm not a big fan of Stephen Colbert, because he, I guess they were trying for like a couple of months.
Yeah, just say no.
Yeah, just say no. Just say, hey, you know what? I can't do it. Sorry. That's it. That's all you got to do.
He might not even have known the phone calls were coming, though. I doubt Stephen Colbert answers his own phone.
Maybe.
They have people to do that. And but it's also a thing to have like multiple cell phones. I don't know what that one's about, but I remember when Tyrese Gibson, remember when he did the event at our place?
I remember.
And he had like 3 cell phones. That was weird. That was a surreal day. When MC Hammer comes rolling into your store, you're like, that's motherfucking MC Hammer picking up Tyrese Gibson in my comic store. It was like it was hip hop day.
I was going to say, was this before or after the bankruptcy? I can't remember.
It was after.
It was after.
It was after, and but he's made all his money back. I mean, that bankruptcy gets hung on him, but MC Hammer is actually a very inspirational story because he like got it all back.
Wow.
Yeah. It shows some people just have it, even though they could burn it. Cole Bell recently came back as Phil Ken 7 in Harvey Birdman Attorney General.
Yeah,
which I still got to see. I haven't seen it. I have it.
Yeah, I have it on my DVR. I started watching it, and it was just too late that I started to watch it. So I got to go back and watch it. Sorry. It's funny. It's funny.
Good. Tekkerman Blade, you like it? Did any porn stars enter your comic book shop, Gary? Yes.
He actually got offered to have a porn shot in his comic book store, but it was a gay porn, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Yeah. They just didn't offer me enough money. I mean, I don't care if it was whatever. I wasn't, I had to be there, but I mean, I could go up. I had a loft. I could go read a book in or something like that. I don't need to be seeing anything. But it would have been too hard for them. I told them out front, like, you're going to have to, right. They'd have to blur out all the comic book titles. I'm like, it's going to be, and they're like, oh, we'll make some fake ones and put them up. I'm all, you want me to move all that stuff? And well, here we go. I'm like, yeah. So then they offer me like $1,500 for 2 hours. I'm like, nah, it's got to be way more than that. Not enough money. Damn straight, Tarka Jedi. It had to be, in my eyes, to be serious, it had to be 3 times what I would make in a single day there for me to close my store. And yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you, Domo Arigato, Mr. Roboto, for the $2. I learned the medical condition testicular torsion. Yeah.
Hey, and it's an educational show, too.
Yes. And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe.
I lost my. You like this, Dennis? This is my vintage Howard the Duck.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. I kept wanting to steal that from me. Remember?
I'll give it to you next time I see you. Oh shit, it keeps falling. Whatever. Oh, that's why. Because it's vintage.
That thing's worth money. You know that, right?
Yep. I found it like in a shoebox in my garage. It's. I got the Blade Runner one too. The vintage Blade Runner one. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Ming Lord says, bummer that The Expanse season 3 is not coming to Prime November 15th as Amazon initially released. Watch the release hype. I'll get it out there eventually.
I didn't understand that. Okay, so the Newsweek came out with an article, and the article said that Expanse is coming out November 15th, and then on the top it said update, it's not. But then I went to the Expanse live blog, and they said it is. So I don't know what's going on. We'll get on top of it though.
Thank you, Moo Finowi, for the $1.99. Hashtag 50 Shades of Red equals Dennis and the Bus Wanker.
Dennis and the Bus Wanker. Dennis is the Bus Wanker. Oh, sorry, I just ruined the end of the movie. Rosebud. Rosebud. Yes. And how's it going? We have a president everywhere. President Saad. It's probably Saad. I'm saying that wrong. Sorry, Mr. President. Gary in a hazmat suit with goggle and spray antiseptic while a porn scene was shooting. Very visual. Yes, it would be kind of like the radiation suit Dennis has to wear at his work. It'd be something like that.
I don't wear a radiation suit.
What's that one that you were wearing, or was that air?
Oh, the hazmat. That is
hazmat
a hazmat
suit. Yeah, the hazmat, but I just radiation suit, whatever. Those are pretty funny looking.
Yeah, they are. I don't have to wear those. I'm too old. I've aged out of that kind of work. So
there you go. What, they only let young people go and get irradiated?
Much, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you have to be able to. They have a stress test and all this kind of stuff, not to get too far into it. And so they're like, "Yeah, you're too old. We don't want you to go through the stress test." I'm like, "Cool, all right.
Right
I don't
on.
do that shit anymore.
Peace out."
Let somebody else do it.
Swift says, "Hello, Nerderotic Nation." I like that, Nerderotic Nation. That's cool. Pen Farm Girl put a picture in our Discord, which I guess I'm happy about. It was really cool that she got this because of us. I'm going to show this picture, Pen. It's so fucking cool. So I guess there's a cheese company, and their logo is the Curd Nerd.
Yeah, that's
right. Looks really similar to something. There we go.
That's pretty adorable, though.
That's adorable. Yeah, I like that. So I'm not. Yeah, go ahead. We can share it. I don't mind.
I don't know. That looks kind of weird. It looks like. I'm just gonna say it looks like it should be in a sex toy aisle or something. I don't know. It just looks really.
Okay, we all know where Dennis' mind is. There you go. And
it's those bus wankers.
I liked it, Pen Farm Girl.
Maybe that's the puppet that Dr. Girlfriend and the Monarch use.
Ooh, it could be. It could very well be.
So and back to we watched that. I watched that first episode, and it really reminded me of watching like an early Simpsons. Like all the voices were kind of toned down. Mm-hmm. The animation was even Nerderotic Jr. is like, God, the animation's so much better now. I know. I don't remember it being that different, until you go back and watch, and it really is. But it was still great, and the voice work in the show is what makes it work for me. It's some of the best.
Absolutely.
It's the best voice work in anything animated.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Carrie Dalton says, I saw spanakopita pastry in a culinary store in Arkansas. I had to stifle a chuckle because of the episode spanakopita. I actually bought some spanakopita at Costco today. So there we go.
Spankatopia.
Not Spankatopia.
That's what it says. Spankatopia.
It says Spankatopia.
Really into the Spankatopia.
Sorry, I actually read that wrong. Yeah, it says Spankatopia. I didn't buy Spankatopia. I bought Spanakopita, which is a different thing altogether.
Yeah, so the bus wanker's from Spankatopia. He's a Spankatopian.
Wow. Spankatopians, huh?
Oh boy. Okay.
Mike Cedar, I'm going to read this last one. Mike Cedar says, I first found this site because I thought it was Nerderotic sex toys.
Guess what? It is. This has all been a build-up. That's going to be my store. I'm not going to sell comics. I'm going to sell nerd-related sex toys.
Yes.
There's
going to be a whole Star Wars section.
Oh, yeah. There's going to be a sonic screwdriver section that you will not believe. Yeah.
It's actually not a bad idea.
It really isn't. I'd put good vibrations right out of business.
You would, honestly. I mean, depending on where you put it in San Francisco, sell a lot.
Hey,
put it down there on Polk Street.
Well, shit, we have a sex toy shop that is practically in a freaking mall. Like,
it is in the mall.
It is in the mall.
It's on the downstairs.
Yes. Yeah, it's next door to a Mel's Diner. It's 2 doors down from a Mel's Diner. It's crazy. All right, you keep reading the chat while I put up our Patreon video, which is again out of date.
Apple Crow says, I think one of the best lines in the whole series at the end of season 1, where Monarch realizes he just sold Dean to King Gorilla and tries to buy him back. Fuck you, give me $1.
I might have to change our dollar tier to that. Fuck you, give me $1. I'll buy that for $1. Hopefully it wouldn't make people mad, but I think that's kind of funny.
That is pretty damn funny. Oh man, Pen Farm Girl says Dr. Girlfriend blow up dolls. You can have her different stages.
Want one of those?
Yeah, you can do Dr. Girlfriend. You can have au pair. Then you can have Dr. Mrs. the Monarch. and then what is it?
The councilwoman.
The councilwoman. Exactly.
Oh, I would buy an inflatable Dr. Girlfriend. I would in a second for this office. Hell yeah. I got an inflatable doll. They would go together.
Oh, might as well get Molotov cocktails in there too.
Yeah, exactly. Get it Molotov cocktails.
Remember the Molotov cocktails tease fucking cosplay at Comic-Con?
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah, I do.
It was perfect.
Yeah, it was like it was almost 10. It was 10 years ago, man. Is really what it was.
And I think there might have been some paint involved. The costume looked real.
No, she had it. I overheard her saying that she had glued some stuff on.
Okay.
To keep it in place. That was the only way it was going to happen.
And it wasn't as extreme as the the cartoon, but it was damn close.
Yeah.
Because she would have gotten kicked out of con if it was exactly like it was in Venture Brothers. But I know I have a picture of that somewhere. It's really good.
I think you have it on your MySpace page.
I might. Yes, the Comic Outpost MySpace page is still out there.
Hey, I'm not kidding. There's
a lot of good pictures on them.
There are a lot of good pictures on there. Ming Lord says that moment when you write a long post to realize you had caps lock on it and therefore forgotten. Thank God for caps locks inverter websites.
Oh, there is that. I feel like a dumb old man now. You know what? I'll just tell you right now. Roll with it. We'll get you. We got you. You can yell.
Tekkaman Bald says you should see some of the costumes at Dragon Con. Yeah, I've seen some of those. My God.
Dragon Con's good for cosplay. You're right. Yeah. Absolutely right on that one.
There is so Mike Cedar says, imagine Dr. Girlfriend whispering sweet nothings in your ear. That's what gags are for.
Oh, baby, I just wanted to tell you I love you. It's really hot right now. Love it when you're all sweaty.
There's actually an episode, was it the first season when they end up entering the Venture compound? I think it is the tag sale one. Did she end up? No, it was when she was wearing the Monarch's outfit. When she was Dr. Mrs. the Monarch. And she was dressed as him. They end up in the Venture compound. And she's laying on Brock's bed. And they blurred it out on the TV version, but on the DVD version, her nipple slips out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tag sale, you're it? Is that the one you're talking about?
No. It's actually later on when she becomes Dr. Mrs. the Monarch. Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, we got a shit ton of this episode is brought to you by Movie Finobi and Joe and Mr. Roboto and Cece. So yeah, so we have $4.99 for Movie Finobi, $1.99 for Movie Finobi, $1.99 for Movie Finobi, $5 from Cece, $1.99 for Movie Finobi, $5 from Joe, $2 from Joe, $1.99 for Movie Finobi, $2 for Mr. Roboto, and $1.99 from Movie Finobi. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah,
so generous.
Thank you guys.
And, wow. And that is cool. We will have, as long as she wants to come on, Viking Bitch on for more stuff. We are going to do season 2, probably like 2 or 3 weeks or something like that.
Yeah.
We also have a Farscape to do pretty soon. Season 2 of Farscape. I think that should be our next one, and we'll get the other laughing lady, feisty fan, to join us, and who's got new hair, by the way.
It's adorable.
It is. It looks really good. She did.
Season 2 of Farscape is so good.
Yes. I can't wait. So we'll keep an eye on the schedule, and we'll have that up there soon. Viking, but you have a channel. Why don't you tell us about it?
Well, I have a place where I just stuck a bunch of videos talking about my artwork. So it's sculpted leather art by Viking Bitch.
Yes, and her art is unique and amazing. So please check it out. It's quite wonderful. Dennis is on Twitter. What's your Twitter, Dennis?
I am at DeForce, DAFORCE.
Yes, and mine is at Nerdrotics, and we have a website, which is nerdrotic.com, where we have all of our live streams scheduled out for at least the next week out. Our next show will be the Nerdrotic Nooner tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. Our next TV show that we're covering is I believe it's the
Homecoming,
Short Treks. Yeah, we're going to do Homecoming. I don't know when, though. I'm almost done. I have the last episode to see of Homecoming. It is
I've got 3 episodes. Yeah,
truly weird.
It's truly weird, but it's good too. Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, it's good. You're right. It's absolutely good. I don't know how many people are going to stick with it though.
Yeah,
that's the question I have. It is stylistically perfect. But it is trippy. It is real trippy. We are doing a short trek, comes out this Thursday, and then Origins. It's a YouTube original. We're gonna check that one out for a premiere. But yeah, not a lot of. We're just gonna cover Doctor Who and Titans until Night Flyers and Counterpart.
Oh, can't wait for Counterpart.
Yeah, Counterpart. We're doing a watch party for that, so stay tuned, folks. All right, everybody. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Viking Bitch, for showing up and making this a better place. And great job, Dennis.
Thank you.
Why don't you take us out, man?
Children of Earth, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Otherwise, you may only get to second base.
And it's very cold in Siberia.
It really is.
Yes. May the small folks sing songs of your greatness. And Viking Bitch, thank you again.
Thank you for having me on.
No problem.
Oh, thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.